Hello lovelies, at long last I have a new process video for you. Yay! I am starting to feel better, so I've finally gotten back in my arty little haven, and it has been lovely. So yes, that is a picture of me. Now this is something very different that I have done today. So I was inspired by something I'd seen, I think it was on Instagram, and it was just like a picture of the artists themselves. Now, you know me, I love focal images, but I tend to use magazine images or silhouettes or stencils or things like that. Well, I had a bit of an inspired moment, and I thought, why don't I print out a random picture of me on some plain old copy paper with my plain old printer. So it's not a photo, it is just printed on copy paper through my inkjet printer. And I thought I might use this as a focal image. And then I also printed off this quote that I really liked. Now, I wasn't sure about the picture. The first picture I had printed out, I didn't like it. It wasn't right. And this is just, I didn't really think this through. So ever just have an idea and you want to try it so badly that you just pick the first lot of supplies that you see. That's what happened in this case. I just picked the first photo. I didn't go looking for a specific photo. I just found a photo where I thought the image of myself, nothing was cut off, it would, and it's just proportioned right, well, mostly. So just to give this a try. So this was all an experiment. And even as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I would love to do an image transfer of this instead of sticking and cutting it. So I think I might do that next. Maybe even on the other page, maybe of the same picture. Oh, I think I know what I'm going to do now. But anyway, back to this video. So the background was another cleanup page. I had excess ink left over, so I was just, smearing it around, and then cleaned off my brayer as well. So that's all just a big cleanup mess. And then I wanted to add to it. So I've got some Dylusions paint. I got vibrant turquoise and some black, and I'm just using a spatula just to smear that around. Now, you've heard me refer to some of my pages as the hot mess stage. This page seems to stay in that hot mess stage, but I actually really like it. So what I've got now is I have the Colour Blast Artist ink in soot, and these now come in these fantastic little droppers. And basically I just went to town using the dropper itself as sort of like a brush and a way to move the ink around. And I'm dropping it from the top. I'm not adding any water because I didn't want to dilute it. I wanted this bold, dark, opaque black. So I didn't dilute it with any water. But I am using lots of ink to run down that page. Now I'm adding drops, and this dropper is obviously the best way to do that because I love the big, fat, bold drops. Now I'm looking at my image and it's too crisp. The colours are too solid. So I decided to get some gesso and just run a little bit over it. And then I get a wet one just to smooth that out a bit. So I'm wiping off some of the gesso but leaving a bit of the residue behind, if that makes sense. Sort of like giving it a whitewash. And this is just to tone it down a bit. So basically, I then work out I have too much gesso. So, oh no, hang on. No, I'll do that in a minute. First, I had this stencil and I wanted to, you know how I love to use the tone on tone. So I'm using the same colour paint to go over the top of some of the areas through this stencil. Now, I felt this stencil matched my quote because it gave it like a mosaic tile kind of look. And I love that it's not too bold, but that you can see it if you look closely. So I am using the exact same colour paint on top of itself. It's noticeable on the black, but I do also love how it blends into the background because I'm not introducing a new colour. This is where I was about to tell you. I had too much gesso left, and instead of just getting rid of it, I thought, why not? Let's make some marks and just smush it around the page. This is what I mean by this stays in the hot mess stage. So basically, it had been a while since I'd been in my art journal, and I just wanted to play with paint. And so that's what I did. Instead of using the gesso on a fresh page, I just decided to make some marks with it and just brush it onto the page. Not something I'd usually do. I wouldn't usually introduce a whole new colour. But yeah, I don't hate it. Sorry, I've still got a bit of a croak and I'm trying to, keep going and not cough too much, but it does obscure my voice a bit. this, whatever it is, just won't go away. But I have been able to get some art time in, and I'm hoping to head back out there today and maybe even start a Project Life video. So that'll be exciting. So this is my quote: like mosaic, beautiful but broken pieces fit together to create the wonder that is your soul. And I just loved this quote. Obviously, it doesn't match the picture 100%. I'm very happy and smiley in this picture. But I just, you just want to play. And I just wanted to put a quote on a page with a picture. And I'm learning to use different things as focal images, and this was a big step for me to use a picture of myself as a focal image. Mostly I just wanted to see how it would work. Now I'm really excited to try this again as an image transfer, so that'll be fun. But I think it's something that everyone should look into. You really need to put yourself in your journal, whether it be your own writing or your own words, or like me, your own image. So, your art journal is a reflection of you. And this is the first time I've ever used an image of myself. So it was definitely a bit of a step forward, especially to share it with you all, to do a video and share this page with you all, knowing that there's a picture of me right there. It's strange because in Project Life or scrapbooking, we share photos of ourselves all the time. But I don't know what it is about this process, but it just feels a little more personal, if that makes any sense. I think pairing the picture with the quote and knowing that to me it meant something, I've been through a lot in the past couple of years, and knowing that, sometimes I do look at myself as a little broken. That's why I liked this quote a lot. And putting the quote together with this image, knowing that it represents me in a way, and sharing that with you all is sort of scary, I guess. Even though I share videos all the time and I'm in pictures, and it was something else. It was a big step forward to share this video and this process with you. So yeah, a bit scary, but anyway. So now I'm just adding a bit more stenciling over the top of some of those white areas, just because those white areas were a bit bold and stood out just a little too much, and I wanted to blend them into the background. And I really liked this stencil, and I did cover up a bit of it with the quote and the image, so I just wanted to bring that forward a little more, and because I really like the fact that it looks like a mosaic tile piece. And then I'm just using my Stabilo oil pencil to go around the image of myself and some of the quotes, and just smudging that in just to give it some depth. And yeah, that's it for my page. So I hope you've enjoyed this process video, and I do aim to have some more up really soon. I've missed creating and doing process videos. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back real soon. Bye for now.